Sup. Blind Assassin back. Hope you guys can hear me. It's been a long time doing live, so want to do this video in regards to you know what I mean, like having you know just having like holding facade and like you know what I mean, just being stressed out, faking your emotions, and like not being honest how you feel, especially when you're the a man. And it never gets old. It really doesn't. And I don't blame to a certain degree that men have like rage, absolute, rage, frustrations, infuriations, with families, um, a relationship you don't really need to be in. Uh, like it. Let's see. I didn't really need to see that, but you know, I feel like it wasn't, enough. Because like, how can you be enough if you like have bottled up feelings and you just feel stuffed inside, and you can't really, you know, express how you feel. Can't really do that with like family members. Stop. Hey, stop. No, stop. So, and I'm pretty much, an advocate or prime example, why I'm being nonchalant, why I'm like monotonous. I wouldn't describe myself as that, but like I'm doing everything in my power to be, outgoing and passionate, but not passionate for people because, you know, shout out to Batman. He did say like acceptance can get you destroyed. And they kind of stuck me with that like forever. And like I son of a bitch. It's like about cut off and shit. All right, so I have to like move my mouse. Right back in. Yeah. But what's up? What's up, Rodan? Welcome to the chat. But yeah, like I've kind of find out like you know it's okay to be pessimistic, but not 24/7. You know, and I love myself, believe it or not. What are you doing? Go past me. Thank you. And and I can understand it's hard to be a man, but at the same time, it's not because nowadays modern men in the Western society, especially, feel that you can do anything while you're single. And I'm just starting to shake my head, and It's funny how people are trying to test it, and people think it's real toxic being single or being dangerous being single. Yes and no. Um, it's a very, you know what I mean? Like it's actually like a very unconditional refresher, limitlessly. You have like limits, but you are limitless. If you get where I'm coming from, and sometimes our mental health is not the best at times, but we can't understand throughout life as you get older. The more you get older, you're starting to realize that you know like, you can't really be happy all the time because you know something might be in the way, like something very problematic is going to be in the way. Uh, or me. Sorry about that. I know it's the trash. You can bother with it. I'm gonna throw it away. But anyways, um, as long as you have like self-respect for yourself, at the end of the day, that's all that matters. I mean, just because you feel a certain type of way and you feel down and something you can't really get your way doesn't mean you gotta. It's necessary to act out. At least that's a genuine emotion because at least is you bringing out, relaying, or delivering a certain message. And yeah, and of course it's negative, but at the same time, you know, at least you're like being honest. And yes, honesty can get you in trouble, obviously, but um I'm not ashamed that I have like lower subscribers. It's like YouTube is like taking away my subscriptions due to you know like just taking away like because I use like inappropriate language or not using safe words as they say nowadays, and got me real frustrated. But I'm not really worried about numbers. I'm just working on my communication style. Believe it or not, the more I do videos, the more I'm confident enough, to do more videos that like I can naturally want to talk about. See, that's not a manufactured emotion, nor like I'm not being dishonest. Now, if I'm just being dishonest and not really saying anything, and I'm not helping anybody, then yeah, that's just a sign of silliness, and like I'm losing people. So yeah, like I can still keep going on, like as like I don't have like people coming in to chat. Like I can still keep talking my butt off, and someday, like when I finish like with this video, I can like people can comment on there, and people can actually relate to what I'm talking about. Back to what I was saying, like you can like crash out and you know go stop. I don't know why you want to sit on my lap. Stop. Go. Um, yeah. Sorry, it's my cat, and like she keeps like strolling around my bed. Anyways, uh, excuse me, but you know, uh, You just gotta like, you know, keep moving forward, be the best version of yourself, and that's the only way not uh to have like so much like, you know, so much consumed with so much dishonesty, because I ain't gonna be dishonest and trying to live the best version of yourself, which doesn't make any sense at all. So I just felt like I'm not it. What's up, D Man 50? Um, but yeah, like it's you just gotta like learn like be strong through like these tough times. And I'm doing my darn hardest not to be on social media. You know, what's up, Americas? Like I don't like being on social media a lot. You know, like it's you create like a lot of like it sucks to like soul out of you. Um, like pause, but it's just like you're feeling soulless. Like the more you be on social media, like the more you're like missing out like physical things that you really wanted to do. And like I was born with spiritual discernment, you know. Like I didn't no offense, I don't really need church. I mean I have a Bible thanks to my grandma, um but like I see through people and people see through me. But I'm much more I'm consumed being like a visionary, a leader, um and of course being independent. But does that make me having like manufactured emotions or having like being dishonest by myself, being independent? Because let's face it, people already like you know told on themselves. You know what I mean? Like people are already told like telling on themselves. Like that's why you're on independent. If you think about it, you can't like you mean you can engage, but you got to disengage at the same time because a lot of people aren't worth your interest. You know what I mean? Like people are not definitely worth your interest. What's up, uh, Tony Carter? It's about it. Yeah, I mean we are, and you are surrounded by like evil spirits and like sorcerers, warlocks, Satanists. You know, at least they showing their true form. I can give them that. You know, and I mean I can scrutinize, but like, I can't like knock them down too hard because I cannot like I'm not gonna allow myself to waste my energy on like people's like lower spirit. It's not definitely worth it. You know what I mean? That's why, mind you, that's why I got this picture of Miyamoto Musashi, who was like you know, the vagabond. I read the manga, and if you read the manga, it's kind of like it's more like red and black pill content, if you will. Even though I didn't read it for a long time. Um, yeah, but at the same time, we gotta like stick together as like male groups, like just being around like minded people. Sup, Shaka? Um, and no matter how we feel, like just let it all out. I mean, I'm not gonna judge. I'm not gonna like shame, 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 and verbally execute people because just because they going through something. Stop. What do you want? Go ahead, go. I'm not stopping you. Just because I got a laptop doesn't mean you have to mess with it. But anyways, I mean, like I do martial arts. You know, I'm not gonna like be dishonest and you know self destruct because I can't really do self destruct if I'm willing to be passionate about my hobbies. Like make that make sense. So, like as I was trying to let the weather die down, of course, throughout the summer, then I can tune into my martial arts because that's when I felt more energized, especially around the fall. That's when the best time to actually do it, and that's where my honesty and my passion lies at. And nobody cannot really take that optimism away. So, like you only stopping yourself. Bad heat wave in SoCal. Yeah, I bet. That's probably like a smog over there too. But like if anyone willing to stop me to like do martial arts, then they only stopping themselves what they want to do. Like pretty much have a fear of like people like be at their peak. I don't know like if people like you know strive for stardom, then that's on them. But just keep going at it, keep going at it. Like keep doing your push-ups, keep doing like eat your vegetables, your fruit. Drink alkaline water, especially in this time of season, because a lot of people are just eating like junk food. That's really like non-dietary, and you know, and at least people like being like non-vocal, and being vocal at the same time. You know what I mean? Like well, what would they call it? Like like body gestures and body language. You know, like the old saying goes, like action speaks louder than words, and you know, like low frequency people or normies, as we will say, that you know, like they're just for the moment. Are they willing or interested to like talk to or have any related relationship? You know, not relationship, but like you know, having spiritual conversation with you, if you will. Like I bet you, like none of them won't. And at the same time, like don't be afraid to get cut off or cut off people. There's absolutely nothing wrong, like burning bridges with the wrong people, not the right people, with the wrong people. Because you know, I see a snake when I actually see him. So you're not like fooling me or bothering me. You know, um, like what I mean, your presence doesn't bother me, and like your emotions doesn't bother me because it's already been spoken for. It really is. It's already been spoken for, and I just, I just like want to like move on and like just vanish into thin air in a good way because at least I can like breathe. At least people not hovering over my neck or willingly to like shut me down or have any like destructive thoughts, like you know, doing like quote unquote right for them. So you just gotta like be more upfront. Um, and I remember like I did. I'll tell you a story that actually like around like Memorial Day I went down to Kentucky around Lexington, and I saw like something on Instagram, and it was like some sort of party, and I went to it. Um, trying to introduce myself to people, but I was like, at the same time, it was just like low vibrational people, and plus you got like your 420s and stuff. Um, and of course, I went there alone. Uh, but in my mind, to be honest with you, I was saying to myself like, blind don't go, blind do not go, blind do not go. And of course, sure enough, I went instead because like there's nothing in Cincinnati. So like I just didn't want to see fireworks. Yeah, I mean, I was. I feel like I was wasting my time, and you know, it was just like some normies though. Like I just like saw like you know, black dude dreads was like like see right through me that like white girls, and I was like yeah, and so I was trying to get some drink out the fridge, and the person who like owned the place is actually he does like he's ex-military, and he has like horses and stuff, only horses by the looks of it. um but like I don't know, I think I was like how can I put this, uh talk to women, and then like I got kicked out the party because I don't know. I was like, I want to say I was like sober or anything. Um, and there was like a few red flags, a few of them, and you know, I saw like when I went inside the house, and there was like a lot of food outside. Like there was like some gummies, and like of course I picked one up and like I threw it in the trash can, but it was turning out it was like weed gummies, and like some told me like to question it, somebody, and the guy with the dress was saying like, you know, you don't want to eat it or something like that, and I didn't eat it because just imagine like just trying like a weed gummy and you're in Lexington, Kentucky, and the next day you got to go to work in the morning, which actually happened, and I didn't try the weed gummy out by the way, so stop, chill. Here's your blanket. Stop. So, um, like like it was, and it was like strippers were there, and smoking weed, and it was. And turns out it was not type. It was not my crowd, but it was already too late because like again, I got kicked out, and like the guy was nice, and he has like my IG. So yeah, like I didn't really wanted to like go. I was just saying like forget it. And I got stuck in a traffic jam. Just going like fast forward, just like slipped in my car, till like the next morning, like at my job, and I just had to accept the fact that I didn't fit in. Like no matter where I go, where I tend to have like interest for, like I don't fit in. Just like boring people, and it was just really boring. Like like completely, I just felt yeah, I do need to be like very selective what I do, and I didn't, I wasn't, choosy. I was like, I did that like out of loneliness and feeling like wanted, and I mean it was a decent party. I mean I looked at fireworks, I recorded, or I even recorded the fireworks that they had, and um, I didn't get the chance to like like upload on YouTube. But I got like a lot on my mind, especially you know, uh, like going to Kings Island, going to amusement parks, because that's just like that's therapeutic to me. Like it really is. It's like very, very therapeutic, and that's where my confidence lies at. Because like I was going like front row. I was doing like front row seats on like roller coasters. You know, yeah, I mean, I can stick to the outdoors. It's just that I gotta be very wary of the heat index of as well because the amusement park I go to is like blacktop. It's like and it creates it gets worse because the humidity and got the sun beaming on the blacktop, and it's like that's extra humidity there. So, um, but regardless, though, I'm gonna stick to outdoors. Despite you know being exhausted from work, from life. Um, yeah, I just been like I was just going through a lot, mentally. Um, like looking at like adult images. I'm just gonna use safe words. I'm not gonna actually use the four letter word that starts with P. But it was like I looked at adult videos. And, oh God, I'm sound like a 21st century dude, but like adult videos online, you know, um, images, and like it was just tearing me up, man, mentally. It was just tearing me the hell up, and like it was just so bad. I just needed to talk to somebody, and you know what I mean. And I was just totally out of it, man. Like I was just you know disconnected from reality, and I just didn't know where to like share my honesties with, as far as like talking to somebody in person or physically, you know. Um, but why? Um, Last week there was like a lot of stuff that came like from the past, especially my childhood friend that I haven't seen when I was in my teens. We both they're like 4 months apart. Like I'm the oldest, and I'm just gonna like hang out sometime this weekend. And we were been like friends since like 9 or 10 years old. I think like 10 years old at the most. And yeah, like he's actually from like Africa, like I want to say Senegal. Um, Like I love his family. I haven't seen like his younger siblings, and they in their like probably in their 20s, like which is totally insane. Like totally insane because like they was like born in the early 2000s. Yeah, um, yeah, and which is insane because they in probably in their early 20s. I know like the youngest one is like basically like a few weeks older. Like I want to say like a few weeks older than my nephew because my nephew is the 29th of October, and his younger sibling is somewhere like early to almost mid October. So like time's flying very fast, man. Like this is really insane. Just the pandemic alone and how everybody's still alive. You know what I mean? Because man, because we ain't see each other in a while. Because I thought like everybody moved out the state or the country. I mean, hell, like I even have a friend that like I seen when I was 13. Like, yeah, I definitely will, definitely will. Like, you know what I mean? Well, try to extend it more. I haven't seen him in 13, and like my other friend, like, cause I saw him through like the Cincinnati Festival like this past weekend, and like you wouldn't believe it. He actually like lives in Thailand, like literally in Thailand. Like I was like, "What? You live in Thailand?" Like I was like so jealous. Like I told him, like I was like so jealous. Like I literally told him that too. Like he lives like the city of Bangkok. Like he's doing his own thing. Like he didn't tell me. Like he never told me that like he's in a relationship or it's like seeing a girl. But he does kickboxing over there. Like he's doing his own thing. Like I'm really proud of him, bro. Like I really am because the people that like I seen through my past is like either like in jail, 6 feet deep, you know. Um, yeah, and like jail, 6 feet deep. It's just that, bro. Like, or doing life in prison. You know what I mean? Like, you just gotta leave these streets alone, bro. Like, I mean, I hate to say this, but it is undefeated. I mean, the only people that can defeat the streets, the best way they can is like the police. But I mean that's all it can do. But either way, man, just like you just gotta turn the other way, like completely, and just like go to your Pacific destination. But man, like we was talking about Southeast Asia for a bit though, and it was helping his grandma like for the weekend. So um, he was talking about Southeast Asia, and like he was saying some real stuff about like America though. Like he said he doesn't even like America. Like, and I mean that's some real feelings right there. Like that's some real feelings. This which is extremely rare. Where America said that is just extremely rare, bro. Like we just like eat like deleting, unaliving each other, and you know, doing unpleasant stuff. Yeah, yeah, we was talking about Vietnam too, and there's like this bridge, this dragon bridge that like breathes out fire. I'm like, bruh, Like that. I mean, that's crazy. That's actually on my bucket list too. That's actually my bucket list too. Is like going to Vietnam, especially if I'm doing retirement. Like, bro, I gotta go like Vietnam, man. Like, it's like more wholesome. Like, it's more peaceful. They don't dirty up their streets, just like Thailand. They clean it up. And like Japan, I'm willingly to go. Most definitely go like Japan, like Okinawa. Definitely, especially with like, excuse me, with like martial arts oriented. Like they do like customs down there. But like, I watched the video and then it was like they were like custom to like Americanized food, like McDonald's, Subway. I don't think I didn't see Wendy's on there, but I totally forgot. But like they trying to like destroy their health down there, and it's not looking great. But like I just don't like the fact that like Western society is trying to like Americanize like foreign countries. I mean, this been happening like before we were even born. Um, I forgot. What was that one dude's name? I've been watching this channel. He's a black dude. I think his name Brazil Yes or something. He's a cool dude. But yeah, like or like what's his name? Templar. That Templar guy. I ain't watched his videos in a minute. And yeah, like I was just like watching his videos. Yeah, the thinking man's Templar. And like and I remember that one visual, like he was you know what I mean? Like I remember he had like an actual visual being at Brazil. I'll never forget that video. I was like, dude, that was pretty dope. Like you can see like the landscape was beautiful, the rocky mountains that's lying around like around the water. Man, because like the bucket list I invented really is nothing but like, countries that are like warmer areas. I don't like going to Europe for some reason. I mean, sure, um, you got your warmer climate in the summer, of course, but uh, yeah, Chiang Mai. I'm gonna check those places out. I'm actually, you know, Google it and give it a good idea. Americas, like, I definitely want to like go to those places. I was like, I just looked at it, like, man, it kind of blew me away. But like, don't like I said, man, like just have a vision. Like when you have like a bad day, just have a complete vision of traveling like outside of America. Like have like like America said, just have like tropical, warm, you know, like hot, you know, oceanic or beach thoughts. Just imagine like I mean that's why we doing um like because you get to like learn like a lot of stuff. Because throughout like my hiatus of like not doing videos, is this one app that's called Memrise. It helps you through like languages. So I literally started on like Thai language, Spanish, Portugal, Brazilian, Italian, Japanese. Um, you don't really have to like use YouTube for it. You can like there, and then there's probably like similar apps that can actually like help you through, you know, learning foreign languages. Appreciate it, definitely appreciate it. Um, but it's like it's starting to like build up, like being like bilingual, lingual, bilingual, trilingual, quadlingual, uh, you know, hexalingual, whatever you want to say. I'm just making stuff up. But you gotta like, you know, adapt and adjust and progress the best way you can. So, you know what I mean? And you just gotta be a better person, bro. Like there's nothing in America. There's nothing special, but you know, pop, 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 stab, stab, stab. Um, getting money, getting like 304s and cloud chasing, chasing baddies. That probably main consumed with a deadly disease. So it's not worth it, man. It's definitely not worth the chase. That's what I'm saying. It's not like, you know, get into the bag and if you want to get to the bag, just do it for you. Forget all these people that's not even your friend or who has like have like temporary friendships or relationships. It's just not worth it, man. It's nothing special there. And this is what brings this subject to mind. I like this title of my video because um well, I was willing to talk to like Beta, Batman, um, Tony Carter, um, all these guys like that. And I mean, we're still cool. Nothing against them. Um, I just like want to talk to these guys and like see where they're at. Um, I just felt like you know, and it's not them, but it's just like outside of like YouTube. Like I just felt outcasted and like like kind of like spiritually frail, if you will. And like and it's yeah, there's carnal behavior and urges. It's like carnal urges as well. But just don't fill their ego up, and I'm not gonna fill their ego up either. Just because you're with me does not mean you have the absolute right, to like take over my life and and go out of your way, show your true colors, which you will. And because as soon as I walk away, I'm gonna be salty. I'm gonna cut you off. You know, I mean, not now. I'm not talking about the chat or anything. Of course, it's not you guys. It's just that you know. Yeah, we all been dealing with shady people before. Let's just be honest. Like let's really be real honest and be more raw with our emotions. And I'm like I salvage my raw emotions for the better of me because there's consequences to it. Because I'm slow to anger. Believe it or not, if you know me well, and if you're new to the chat, then like I'm actually like I really slow to anger, and like once I implode and start like going ham, then it's like I really snap hard. It's not even funny. So let me get myself a drink. Uh, yeah, better. Starting to taste aloe vera. Um, you good if you taste like if you like aloe vera, it's pretty nice. Yeah, underrated drink. Like a big bottle of it. So yeah, but I'm doing well. I'm eating good. Um, I'm trying to not trying to, but I'm stress free. I have a cat that's with me. Like if you hear like noise in the background, that's actually my AC. In case you can't really hear me well, but but yeah, like I love you know being me. Like I like I embrace on my lifestyle. I like the food that I eat. I even treated myself today. Um, I actually went to like a restaurant and got me like a chili cheese coney, which is like a hot dog. And if you don't know what a coney is, you can look it up. Um, tried the 513 way, the Goetta. Man, if you think about it, like tomorrow will be like actually like the last day of July. Like literally, it's 31 days in July. So like I was like treating myself real good, and the place is like not that far from my apartment, so I can just like drive down there, or probably like ride my skateboard down there, just be like really careful. But yeah, like I felt like I said, like there's no manufacturing emotions and honesty in my end. So um I felt like really delighted, and I just like keep a smile on my face. Like it's like literally sunny outside. Well, it's the sun. It's about to be a sunset now, but August is around the corner. My birthday is next month, and you know what I mean. Like I just don't waste your life because time flies really fast. I mean, again, it's like 31 days, and Friday is the 31st. Don't you believe that? Friday the 31st. Like man, Like joy as if it's like New Year's Eve or something. But I know we're like in late summer now, um, or about to be in late summer. I express how I feel. Like if people don't really get me, then it's not my concern. But I rather walk away from BS than you know congregate with somebody than be freaking bored. Because once you're bored, there you go. That's your body language. So just have self confidence for yourself. Don't have self confidence for somebody you don't know, especially with the opposite sex. Sex. I don't know how I'm supposed to say that, but hey, I'm just being me. I'm just trying to tell the truth. Don't fake your emotions after, once you're done with your hobbies and your passions. That doesn't make any sense. So still what you gotta do, man. It's just like a lot of dudes that just want to take your place. Like these simps, you know, these these wannabes, these normies, you know what I mean? Just true to just stay true to yourself. And like what the late great Jerry Springer says for after his epilogue or his show, just be good to yourself. Just be good to yourself. That's the only. I think that's the low key, or that's the tip I can give you for self confidence. Is just be good to yourself and just commit to what you love to do. You know, we're not. Excuse me. We're like in the MGTOW community. We're not teaching men, especially young men who are in their teens and stuff, be pimps. That's not the way to do it. I hate giving men false hope. That's the total downfall of a an elder, you know, a leader. You know what I mean? Like you gotta go by your purpose. You know what I mean? I just have a thrill for, you know what I mean? Just have a thrill for your hobbies, man. Cause nobody can stop you but you. You only stop your belief system if you stop yourself because someone told you because it's stupid, it's strange, it's eccentric, it's pathetic, it's negative, it's useless, it's worthless. It's unorthodox, it's abnormal. I mean, who cares? There's a lot of activities that that's in college more to what we see we see on TV. I got a tongue twister there, but get my point. You know, hell, hell, you even have stuff like martial arts. You got swimming. You know, I mean, you cannot be sticking to something that what you see on TV, like baseball, football, basketball, soccer. Yeah, they're popular sports. They're very well they're known and prominent sports. but do something like out of your comfort zone. And I did. I did some things outside my comfort zone. I flew for the first time a couple years back. And this is like before I even met like beta male police. Introduced like Batman introduced me through him. And I felt fortunate. I felt fortunate meeting new people. Like, I wasn't scared of heights, but not really. It's like a yes or no. But, you know, I was just going through my gut feeling. If you weren't willing to like go outside the country, what else you going to do? You know what I mean? You got to fly out. You can't be scared. Like if you gonna be scared, like if you're scared looking at the ground, just shut the window. That's all you got to do. That's what I did. But I had to like open up back my window because I looked at the clouds. I looked at how lovely it was to like what it feels like to be above ground and like you know even surpassing the cloud level at that. You know what I mean? The cloud level alone was like pretty. I don't know. It looked it out of touch in a good way, if you will. And I was like, man, it looks so great being outside. Like it was, but nothing bad happened to me. I'm still here, and yep, it is. Life is beautiful, man. Like be grateful what you got. You can't really stagnate and felt like underappreciated or agitated of something that I really wanted to do. It's definitely not worth it. It's totally not worth it, man. Like you, I mean, you're just gonna allow yourself to be a failure. You really are. In my point of view, failure is not an option. Failure is definitely not an option. I mean, I'm confident enough to get an apartment. I'm confident enough, you know, get a cat. I mean, I'm confident enough, to play video games. I mean, you don't really have to talk to women. Like, I don't know why normies are programmed to talk to women or getting mad at dudes that are single or who are not in a relationship. That'll be them same dudes that like want to take your girl. I mean, that's why I don't really have friends like that physically. There's just too many backstabbing, bro. Like it really is. You know, I can definitely care less what people say about me. I really don't. Like I said before, like I've been tricked, dissed, rejected, of course, but I'm still here. So it's just none but words and actions. So like it's just don't let things like bother you. Like things that you lust for and you see it as a failure, don't take it personal because it's only temporary. It's all temporary because one day it's gonna die. Sooner or later, things expire like food. You just gotta look at it that way. But you just gotta keep your head up. You just gotta move on because it's like time is marching forward. So why look backwards? Why look backwards? You can't trust me. You can't fake your passions. You can't fake your hobbies. You can't fake the truth because you're an unapologetic human being to begin with. Stop. I just want to stop feeling. I want people to just smile. Stop feeling guilty of what you got or what you have, or better yet, stop feeling guilty of what you need. I mean, heck, you don't feel guilty or unapologetic when you get women. Be the unapologetic and better version of yourself because it's gonna come a very very long way, a very long way. I understand. I totally get it. I totally get it. There's people that don't like talking to me because due to my being outspoken, I guess getting on their nerves or trying to trying to you know put my message across. But if my message is not being put across, then I'll do it another time. But that doesn't mean I gotta take it personal. It's not worth it. I still got that banner right there. I still do. Like, comment, share, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Yeah, yep. I I do not feel any pain at all. But if like comrades or peers look at me negative or positive, that's fine by me. But it'd be better if people rather confront instead of like having pent up anger or wish they would say something to me, and instead of like maintaining a fantasy of what you want to do or the objective to like take actions. But other than that, though, I'm still here, bro. Blind Assassin will not leave. Even with like lower subscribers, I don't care. I'm willing not to whine about it anymore. It's not my choice. Well, it is my choice. What am I saying? But I'm not gonna allow that to be a problem. But it's definitely not worth having manufactured emotions and honesty. So like why decide to like promote a facade on here? I don't understand. I really don't understand. But I mean I'm not here to clout chase. I'm not here to satisfy the viewers and the masses, as they say. Be the mysterious person that you wanted to be. Not for the people, for you. Even though we live in docile and toxic times, you know, I still stand tall for what I believe in. If you live with women You die with women. Hate to say it, but there's like a lot of sinister things that be happening in America because normies and simps don't know their true selves. They run away from their reality just to like fulfill the woman's fantasy, which is applied to reality, of course. But you only like gaining weight, depression, self destruction, um, regression, basically just be a mental imprisonment of yourself. And these men who actually passed away or who have been unalive never get to question themselves before their extinction. Let's be honest. Let's be totally 10,000%. They never, I mean, absolutely never, like question or their abilities. Heck, they don't. They can't even journal their strengths and weaknesses. And like their girlfriend or wife gonna throw it away and look at it as garbage. That's why people want you to be fake. They want you to not have enthusiasm for yourself. They want to strip it away from you because they love to be miserable. Like they said, misery loves company. It's bad enough we live in a generation, this young generation, where people want to be depressed and do dangerous stuff. Then like they don't know the consequences of it, you know, and they just have like a nothing to lose mentality. So hey, this is Blind Assassin. If anybody want to like say something in the post a comment on there, I'm about to leave. Um, shout out to the MGTOW community. Um, you guys help me a lot. Thank you for the motivation. Um, I'm just gonna sign out, and hope you guys have like a blessed weekend, peaceful weekend, and hope nobody doesn't gets hurt. All right, man. Deuces.